Is my screen visible to all?
Yes, sir.
So I'll just open the
Yes,
existing file that. So I'll just open the existing file that we were working on. Just find it manually. Saved it in some folders. That's the file. Okay. So before I continue, I'm just gonna save as this file quickly. Right. So as you can see in the last class, just a minute, we start the application. This is not responding. So in the last class, we added these mullion profile. We created this shape of profile. Um, if I look it from a plan view, you'll understand much betterly. So we added these mullion profile, the center mullion profile. But whenever I'm looking from a plan view, I'm not able to see such kind of detailings in my center mullion profile. That's because we have just created the profile detail, but sorry, just the profile shape, but not the detail of that profile shape actually. Okay, so we have to now create the detail of the profile shape as well. So I'm going to open this family once again. The family name was Centimalian Sharp Shape Profile basically, and gonna add the detailings of the profile as well. So to do that, let me just find this profile shape. We have saved this profile somewhere over here. It's been called as Centimalian Sharp Shape Profile. So search for that file. We have. So this was the profile shape that we have created, and we are now supposed to add the details for the profile shape as well. So we want to add the detail shape as well. Let's add that details. So to add a detail shapes, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create another separate family. So डिटेल प्रोफाइल बनाने के लिए एक और एक नया फैमिली हम लोग क्रिएट करेंगे. So I'm going to come into file menu, pick new option, and want to create another new family. So we're going to click on file, new family, and in families, I'm going to go into the English folder. That's because we are creating the metric unit detail profile, and in that we want to create a detail for this profile shape. So I'm gonna look for metric detail items. Okay. So I'm gonna take this option, metric detail items, or you can take metric detail item line based also. But I'm gonna take this one, metric detail item, because I want to start giving the internal detail for this profiling shapes. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna click on open. What I'm gonna do over here is I'm gonna recreate that same shape of this. So you can do one thing, you can just select this whole shape. So just keep the cursor on that one of the line, press the tab key to select the cycle. You can see now the cycle shape is getting selected. Now the shape got selected. Once the shape got selected, you can click on the copy to clipboard option. Okay, which is Control C is the shortcut key, and then you can come into your detail item family, and over here you can come into modify and take paste, align to current view. So it will copy paste that same profile shape into the same positions. Okay, and it will also provide the dimensions as well. Only thing is that we might have to add a little bit more, dimensions like equal parameters at least. So we're gonna give the equal parameter as well. Equal. Is equal. We got that shape almost copy pasted again. Okay. for a temporary beam right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press WT to tile window it, or you can come into the view tab and take this option called tile view. Okay, so I'm going to click on uh, tile view so that I can view all the views together. So this is my project view, project 3D view, and this is my the plan view actually. And so I'm going to close one of this 3D view which we don't want to view. So this is my project 3D view or the plan view. This is the detail item view, and this is the family that I have created, the profile family that we have created. So I've tiled all my windows so that I can see simultaneously what's going to happen when I edit these changes. Okay, so now once we have all these profile shape ready and the profile parameters ready, we're going to apply the same parameter naming. So you can see the name of here over here we have given as length. So we're going to name these parameter also the same. The detail item can be we're going to name the same parameter. So this is going to call as length. So once again we're going to give this as length. Yes, type parameter and click on OK. So that's length over here as well and length over there as well. Then we're gonna have this glass depth as well. So it's 25 of glass depth, which equal parameter have not been provided yet. So first I'm gonna provide them in equal parameter so that it changes equally. Label this as glass depth. We have the glass thicknesses. So this should be glass thickness. The width actually these and this width. So all the parameters have been named and labeled as they were being labeled in the profiles. Now we have to add these detail items. So like I might have to create some offsets. Okay, so I'm going to create some offsetting lines, detail item lines. So once again, I'm going to come into the view tab, and now instead of viewing the tile view, I'm going to view as tab view. So for tab view, the shortcut key is TW. Okay, and for tile view, it is WT. Okay, so if I press TW, we'll be able to see in tab wise. Okay, and if I press WT, it will be all in tile wise format. Okay. So in the detail item family, you can see this is the detail item family. If you want to really make sure that whether which family you're working on, if you come into this option which says family category, it tells you that which category of family you are in. So supposingly, if I'm into this family over here and click onto this family category parameter, it tells me this is the profile family. Okay, so in profile family, we're just gonna create the outer lines. We're not going to give any double lines. But in the detail items, we're gonna create the internal details of the center mullion. So like we might have to create detail items. For example, for you, I have mullion profile details, something like that. So we're gonna create these internal detail lines or something this showing this clips and everything. that. So we have to create some detail profiles. Detail one. Find it. So these kind of detail profiles you can create it in. Yeah, that. Okay, so we've got detail lines. So for that, I'm going to take the line command and take the subcategory as detail items. I can take a little bit light lines and then give a little bit offset of increase of 5 mm. Let's take 3 mm. And I trim corner these. And this trim extend corner, then this corner indents. That okay. And going to create some other detailings as well. And like give a little bit arc shape. Lines are going here. So I'm going to take split element tool and splitting this line and press escape and deleting this line. So just going to add the profile detail as a bit. Like, continue that line or this line of bolt design or something like that. Okay. So you can just add the detailings. Nut and bolt and everything. So whatever is your detailed shapes of these drawings, the working drawings or the shop drawings of the profile details, you just have to clearly create that. You can even give parameters to these bolts and everything as well. You can provide all these dimensions to these thicknesses. You can select all these dimensions and you can label this parameter as uh, the detail thickness or the profile detail thickness. So you can actually control them as well. It's very complicated right now because there's a lot of parameters has been adding up. coming to this family types, we can control the thickness as well. So maybe we just want 2 mm, we can do 2 mm of thicknesses as well. So that can be changed. This gets changed. So eventually, when we change this thickness, just changes minor details. Total control of this profile thicknesses. We can also have other control thickness as well. And once we call that detailings, you can hide these, these parameters, dimensions that we are getting in. So we can come into visibility graphics, come into annotate category, and hide the dimensions. Okay, so we don't see dimension now, just see the profile details. I'm gonna add the other details that we're supposed to create, like these clip details and other things, the dash gates or anything else like that. You can add that as well. Whichever detailings you want to add it out. Okay, so that's up to you. What shop drawing details you want to create for the profiles. You can also add, fill details as well. So you can take filled regions and give a little bit details of filling. So we're gonna take aluminum filling and still this double line with aluminum details. So take this pick line command and this line outline first. Lock these lines basically then. So when we were picking the lines, we could have take this option of lock so that once it's been picked, it will lock the lines. Pick this internal lines now. So these lines, arc shape, these shapes, this profile shapings. Make sure this profile is being enclosed that way. It's the filled aluminium material, and then enter the finish mode details, so that will be filled with aluminium detailings. If you want to change anything detail things, we can come into the edit type and still change the detailing filling patterns. If you want to show a steel, we can show that steel. So that here. So that detailings would be there. If you want to show them as solid, you can show them as solid as well. Solid and black, show that way. Once the detailings are been ready, we can save this detail profile, save it on the same folder location, desktop, save it on here, and call this as sharp profile detail item. Right. So this family is being now saved. Once it's been saved, we can now actually load this file into this particularly family, the profile family. So I'm going to click on load into project and close. And I'm not going to load it into my project, but I'm going to load it into this family, Sharpshape profile family, and I'm going to click on OK. You can see that profile is coming. You can place it somewhere right over here outside. See that forming come, and we just wanted to align this detail item to the center of this profile that we have created. So we're going to take the align tool. Okay, the shortcut for align is AL, and in this I'm going to select this vertical reference plane in this vertical sketch line, and then make sure that I lock that as well. So lock it. Then I'm going to select this horizontal reference plane and click on this horizontal detail lines, and going to make sure that it's locked. Now we got that detail item placed over there on the top of the profile shape. We can select the detail item and then we're going to click on to the edit um, type option. Okay. And you can see the parameters of glass depth and glass thickness, the length, the profile thickness, and the width, which we're going to associate. So associate, why we do associate, so that we can control these parameter in the project as well. So the glass depth would be associated with the glass depth. So the glass depth goes with the glass depth, and the glass thickness will be associated with glass thickness, and the length of the profile will be associated with the length of the profile, and the width of the profile would be also associated with the width of the profile over here. But now the profile thickness details is not available over here. So the profile thickness parameter is not available. So we need to create that parameter. So we'll click on new parameter and we'll call this profile thickness details. Click on OK. Now we have that parameter. Click on OK. So all these parameter have now equal sign, means the associate family parameter sign, which means all these parameters will be available in my project also to be changed basically. So in project I can change the glass depth. In the project I will be able to change the glass thickness, the length of the profile thickness details, even the width of the profile. All these items can be changed basically. Okay, so now I'm going to click on apply and then we're going to click on OK. So we got the profile shape with detail item, and now we can load this into our project. So we're gonna take load into project and close. Okay, so load into project and close. Click on yes to save this profile family. Now override the existing version and parameter. The moment I do that, you can see now we see the details of the mullions appearing. And if I want to change anything in the mullion shape size or anything, if I come into the option of families, if I go into this mullion shape family profile or in the profile parameter, so if I come into profile parameter, profile here we have profile, and we come into the center mullion actually. Here we have center mullion sharp shape. Here we go. Expand this, we can then go into type properties, and we might have the parameter to change this glass depth, even the glass thicknesses, even the length is also able to change. You can also change the profile thicknesses, and even the width of that can be changed. Supposingly, if I want to change the length of this profile, so if I type like 250 mm, click on OK, the length of the profile gets changed, and even the detail items gets changed in that. And now if I again select this, I click come into type properties, and if I want to change anything in the width as well, changing the width as well. Supposing if I make that to 100 mm, so that's changing. It's applying. That changes everywhere. So that's workable. This is a total parametric detail mullions profile. You can control it. Okay. Only thing is that we need to create a lot of detail lines into these detail items. I've just made it very roughly, very quickly, just to show you how does the detail items works when you create a family for these lines. Okay. So I've created the center mullion profile. You can create similarly like for the corner mullions as well. With the corner mullion profile details, like these. What did I say with that? These details. Okay, so you can use chord mullions. Right? So that whenever you cut a section view or any of these drawings, you shall get the detailings or the detail items as well. So that you don't have to create working drawings separately. So while we are making the model, create a detailed model as well with a detailed profile sections. Select this shape and make this into selection box. And if I look at this selection box, we have to see the details. Right. So you can see the profile shape, and if you look into the plan view, you are having the detailings, and when if you look into the section view, you have all the detailings of nut, bolt, and every profile thickness and everything, which can explain it, show it to your clients. This is how the detailings of the mullions would be. Okay, so detail item is clear to you. How do we create detail profiles, shapes, or detailings for the mullions?
Yes, sir.
Now we have created this curtain walls, and for example, if I wanted to insert a door or a window into one of my curtain walls over here. So, for example, if I want to insert a window, a wing window, so see this window types basically these kind of windows, uh, in the curtain walls, yeah, being vertical openings. Okay. So something like that. So how do we add them? So to add a window into the curtain walls, very simple. And first we have to come into and load that particularly family of window. So if I come into the architectural tab, or if I come into the insert tab first and take load family dialog box, load family dialog box, and once I take the load family dialog box, currently says English dash interiors, I go back and take the English folder, and in that I'm going to go in US and go to search for a folder called as window. So searching for folder of window, and in window I'm going to take this window, m curtain wall awing window dot rfa. So then I'm going to click on open. This family would be loaded into my project, but not yet applied. So I want to replace this panel with that window. So I'm going to keep the cursor on that panel and I'm going to press tab until I select that panel. So now you can see that panel is getting highlighted and I'll select that panel. Once that panel has been selected, you can see it says this is the system panel called Glaze. Okay, I want to replace this panel with Glaze into Windows. I'm going to come into the type list and going to use M curtain wall awing basically there. And that panel would be replaced with a window actually. Okay, and now if I select that awing window and come into the edit type, I have a few parameters over here like offset, slash width, and the thickness as well. So if I wanted to reduce the offsets, I can reduce the offsets slash width as well. So if I click on apply, these parameter changes. Maybe if I give this 50 each, slash thickness as well, and thickness of that as well, 50 click on OK, so that window is being applied it. Okay, and it looks okay, but does it have an opening parameter? So there is no chance that we can show an opening parameter over here. So you can see there is like if I want to show something like this, and it should have an opening parameter with all the detailing basically there. So we might have to create a family for the window. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how do we create a wing window family for the curtain walls. Okay. So to create an awing window family for the curtain walls, I'm gonna come into file menu and gonna take new and gonna take family option, file new family, and that we take the English folder once again. And we want to create a window. So I'm gonna search for metric window family. So we have metric window, but I want to create a metric window for the curtain walls. I'm going to pick this one, metric window dash curtain walls. Okay, so this is the template that we're going to work on, metric window dash curtain walls. It's going to be applied on curtain walls only. Click on open. Right, so this is my exterior side, and obviously this is going to be my interior side. So first thing first, I'm going to create a reference plane. I'm going to take lines, and I'm going to give like 50 thickness on the interior side for the frame thickness. This as frame thickness. Okay, and now I'm going to come into the interior side, and when I'm in the interior side, I'm going to come into visibility graphics. The shortcut key for visibility graphics is VG. If you press VG, the visibility graphics override will turn on. Now I'm going to come into annotate category and put off this annotation called levels because I don't want to view the level over here. So this reference level is symbol is coming. So off that, we don't want to view that. I'm going to click on apply. Okay, so now we don't see the symbol of level. All we see these dashed lines. So these are my reference plane line. So I'm going to give a dimension, reference plane dimension from the base reference plane to the top reference plane, and from the left reference plane to the right reference plane. And I'm going to label these dimensions. I'm going to give them a parameter. So I'm going to call this parameter as window length. Call this as window length, but these parameters would be instance parameter and reporting parameter. Now the reason I'm keeping this as instance and reporting parameter is because the window length will depend on the gridding spacing that we have set for the curtain wall. So supposedly the grid spacing, we if we have given as fixed numbered or fixed distance, and the fixed distance we have given as like 1 meter or 1.2 meter. The window length should be also of 1.2 meter basically. Okay, so that's why we are going to keep this parameter as the reporting parameters, because the window length and the window height would depend on the gridding spacing that we have set in the curtain walls. Okay, so make sure that this is instance and reporting parameter, window length, as well as the window height. Window height will be also instance and reporting parameter. Got that. And now we're ready to create the frame for the window. So I'm going to take an solid extrusion form. So I'm going to come into create and take a form called as solid extrusion. Okay. So what does the solid extrusion does? Whatever shape you create and complete the mode, it will convert that shape into a solid form. So if I create a rectangular shape starting from this end to this end of this reference plane, and make sure these lock these lines so that they move along with that reference plane. Okay. And once again, I'm going to create another rectangular shape of an offset distance of suppose 50 mm starting from that corner end. I'm going to hit space bar to flip the direction inside to this end over here. Already the locks are being there. So, okay, and I can even give these dimensions from the external sketch line to the internal sketch line, external sketch line to internal, external to internal, and external to internal. And I can label these as frame thickness, select 50 mm, and provide the same parameter, frame thickness, and then hit on the finish edit mode. Finish this off. And now if I look at it from the plan view, means from the reference level view, and this is slightly extending, so I'm going to drag this arrow and drop it to this here, and I'm going to lock it so that the frame thickness measures to 50 mm only. So that's the frame, the window frame. You can subcategory it into frames or mullions, and you can apply the material to the frames or the mullions as well. Okay, so you can give an associate family parameter, calling this as frame material. Okay, okay, so it comes an equal sign, which means we can change its thickness. Oh, sorry, the material in the project, and the thickness also can be changed. You can see the family types we have already given frame thickness. So if we feel that the frame thickness should be 75 mm, if I type 75 mm, click on apply, you can see the frame thickness goes to 75 mm. Even on the interior side, if you look, this is now 75 mm of your framing thickness. Now, what we want to show is glass actually. So if I come into the left view, so this is my exterior side and this is my interior side. And I'm going to show there is a glass actually that's going to swing on the outer end. So first of all, I'm going to create a reference plane of offsetting here, and I'm going to provide dimension, and I'm going to label this same as frame thickness. Okay. Now the glass height would be up till here. So this would be my glass height, 2288 mm. So what I'm going to do is to create a glass of that specific height. I'm going to create a reference line, not a reference plane, but I'm going to create a reference line. So let's take the reference line command, draw a reference line from that end point roughly to be somewhere here outside there. So this is my reference line. Now what I want to do is I want to log this reference line from this particularly point over here. So I'm going to come into align tool and going to select this horizontal reference plane and gonna hit on tab, lock these sketch line, the reference line. You can see the point line. First we need to select the horizontal plane and just keep the cursor on that end and just press tab until you get that point. Now you get that point, we're going to click it on that point and we're going to lock that point. Similarly for this vertical reference plane, so your vertical reference plane, just keep the cursor on that line and press tab until you get the point. Once you get the point, click on it and then you lock the plane. Okay, and we have created, we have locked the reference plane or the reference line actually. And I'm going to give one more dimension called as angular dimension from this reference plane to this sketch line, and we're gonna call this angular dimension as swing angle, and I'm going to keep this as instance parameter because maybe all the different window can have different swing angles. If I keep type, what will happen, all the window would be having a same swinging angles. If I give like 20-degree swing angle, all the window would be having 20-degree of swing angle. If I keep that parameter as instance, if I give one window as 20-degree of swing angle and the other as 30-degree, they both will have two separate swinging angles. Okay, so better we keep it in instance so that all the windows can have different swing angles, not same. If you want same, you can keep it as type. Click on OK with that. So that's been labeled as swing angle. And now I'll once again create a align dimension starting from this endpoint. So I'm going to keep the cursor over there and press tab until I get that point. So from this point to this end point, tab and end over here. So this is coming up to 2000 in length. So this is wrong length. It should actually come to 2288 basically. So we're gonna select this dimension and I'm gonna label this dimension and I'm gonna call this dimension as glass height. And I'm gonna keep this into instance parameter but not reporting. And then I'm going to click on OK. So glass height is being created, but it should supposed to be 2288, which is coming to 2000, so which is wrong. So we have to create a formula parameter for that. So the formula parameter would be whatever is my window height minus the frame thickness top and the frame thickness bottom. So this frame thickness and this frame thickness, that would be my glass height basically. So to apply that formula, we're going to come into family type, and in family type, you can see this glass height which has no formulas inside these. So you can see the formula is empty. So the formula would be what? The whatever is the window height. So I'm going to copy this window height, copy, and paste it in the glass height formula. So window height, and then I'm going to copy the frame thickness. Copy the frame thickness. So window height minus frame thickness. So we'll minus frame thickness two times, one for the top and one for the bottom. So minus once again frame thickness, and then I'm going to press enter. You can see window height minus frame thickness minus frame thickness. So the glass height automatically valued come to 228.4, which I did not provide it. It came it automatically, so it calculates itself. And then we're gonna click on apply, and then we click on OK. So now you can see the glass height changes. Okay, so it corrects automatically. And if I change the framing thickness now, so if I reduce the frame thickness from 75 mm to 50 mm, the glass height value will be also changed automatically. So it will adjust it itself only because we have created a formula parameter this time. Okay, so that's pretty good. So we have the frame, we have this reference line for the glass, but we haven't created the glass yet. So now we need to create the glass for this awing window. So to create the glass for the awing window, I'm going to come into my 3D view, and now I can create the glass shape. Now before I create the glass shape, I'll come into create and take this option called as work planes, set work plane. So I'm going to click on show work plane to see. So this work plane is currently at the bottom of my frame actually. So whatever I'll be drawing, it will be all drawn on the floor level, which I don't want it to happen. So create a set work plane, and we're going to set the work plane by taking pick a plane command. And then I'm going to click on here and click on OK. Pick this tab, this plane. So this is the side plane actually. So we don't want it on the side plane. So this tab, you take the front plane of it. So this is the front plane. Click it, and here we go. So now we got that front plane. You can see them. You can stretch this plane to see them actually. It's our working plane now, so we can create the glass little bit cross in direction. And now we can create another solid extrusion form. To create rectangular shape to create from this end all the way. Roughly, I'm just going to draw a rectangle shape. You can lock the lines whichever you feel to lock it. So these two were having to lock shape. So इसको lock कर देंगे हम लोग. The other side plane has been not been locked up. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna take the align tool and align. I'm just gonna off the show work plane off. So I'm gonna take the align tool and gonna select this side plane and the sketch line and align it and lock it. And this endpoint sketch line, align it and lock it. So this gets perfectly shaped into glass. You can provide the thickness of the glass as well. So maybe I'm going to like 12 mm thickness. So in the extrusion end, I'm going to type 12 mm for the glass thickness. We can also give an associate family parameter for this. And we'll call this as glass thickness. So it has an equal sign now, which means we can change this parameter anytime whenever we wanted to. We can subcategorize this into glass, and we can also give an associate family parameter to its material also. This as glass material. Type and okay. So yeah, equal sign on the glass material, equal sign on the extrusion ends. Subcategories also been defined. You can click on the finish edit mode to apply the changes. All you see is a glass being created. You can come in to create an office work plane. So you can see a window with the frame and with the glass actually. It has a parameter of swing action and everything. So if I change the swing angle from 26 degrees to like 5 degree, if I click on apply, you can see that it works. It swings the action. And you can check in the left view also. So that's 5 degree of action. Okay, and if I want like 45 degree of opening or 30 degree of opening, if I come in family types, change this angle of swing to 30 degrees. So on apply, it swings to 30 degrees as well. That's working. If I change the frame thickness to 75 again, like that, it just changes. And if I change the glass thickness from 12 to 15 it does change that as well. So all the parameters are been working. Now we can save this family in window parameter, and we can load into our project and close it. Now it's been loaded into our project, and whichever panel we wanted to replace it, we just keep the cursor on that panel, press tab until we select that panel. Here we go, select that panel, and then we can come into the type list, and we can select the window that we have created. Should be listing down somewhere. There it is, a window with parameters. Select that, and you can see that we have that window. Slide you can select that window and come into the edit type and change everything. We can change the framing thickness. We can do 50 frame thickness. We can also change the glass thickness. You can also apply the swing action. So you can apply different swing actions. So maybe 15 degrees here. I can replace this one also with the other one, and we can provide a different swing action. So that's 30-degree swing action. That is 15-degree swing action. So we have different window actions. Okay. We can also apply the materials as well to the glass and to the frame materials as well. So if you want to apply the aluminum finish material or steel material or whatever material you want to apply to your frames or to the glass, you can apply them as well. So that's how you can create an a wing window for the curtain walls, basically. Okay. So at least try these part first, because this is a little important part. Just little lengthy also. Um, find a little complicated sometimes to create a wing window. But if you follow these steps, it will be very easy to create a window family and a wing window family. So try this out first, and in tomorrow's class we'll create the door, the curtain wall doors. How do we add a curtain wall door into the curtain walls basically? Then we're going to create a system curtain wall door with detailings like with the springs and with the the handle details and everything. So we're going to create a total parametric curtain wall door as well, just like we created a parametric oven window. Okay. And then we'll go ahead with creating some detailed plans with curtain walls. Okay. So we'll keep it
Yes,
till
sir.
here. Tomorrow we'll continue with curtain wall doors. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you,
All
sir.
the videos have been also been uploaded on the YouTube as well, so you can also download from there as well. Okay, I've also shared you the links of the YouTube as well. Okay, thank you guys.